and welcome to Young Adult Book Talk with Miss Becky. Today we are going to be talking about the book A Song of Wrath and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. And we're going to be kicking off a little Black History Month as well with this title, as it is a 2020 fantasy novel inspired by West African folklore and mythology. So there's a lot of diverse African characters, and the author is an African-American author as well. So it will work very well if you're studying Black History Month and looking for some great titles that feature characters of color. This book actually is probably one of my favorite fantasy books of 2020, and it is got a fantastic world building, a lot of political intrigue, there's some murder plots, there's magic, there's even kind of a almost Hunger Games style competition as well. And in it, there's also a little romance. The two main characters are set on a course to kill the other in order to save their family, and sort of accidentally fall in love with each other, which I know a lot of people always love those kind of stories. I really love the story because it had such great world building. One thing we know about fantasies is because they are oftentimes books that have a lot of different elements with it, you want to make sure the world that the author is building makes sense or has some cohesion. And that's something that this book does have. So I really enjoyed reading this one because the world is done very well. And I think a lot of that has to do with it's based a lot on mythology and culture we already know of that exists in West Africa. This is the first book in a duology. The second book comes out later this year, so you have a chance to read this first book. It is available for you to check out right now before the second book comes out. I know a lot of people like to make sure that they will read the first book before they get the second one. So I highly recommend you check this one out. I think you will really enjoy it. And I'll see you next week.